Wokes with the first ball of this fourth one-day international. Quick, short and extremely well played, just short of a maximum. Guided down to the third man boundary. Moeen Ali is very fine. Another boundary for Dick Weller. He moves to 11. Gone, a simple catch through to wicketkeeper Butler, who moves smartly away to his right-hand side. A bit of a fiddle outside the off-stump from Sadira, and the first wicket falls from 19.
Poor shot, really. Certain terms, what Wokes does right here is it's just the length. That corridor outside Sadira, as we've seen with a lot of the Sri Lankan batsmen, not moving forward or back. Caught on the crease. Has a poke and now has to walk. Just the one for him, it's 19 for 1.
Well, after the big build-up, he bowls a little loosener, a half volley, and the Sri Lankan captain puts it away for 4.
Good use of the feet. Excellent shot with mid-off inside the circle. That was an option. And the Dick Weller has picked his spot. It's a boundary of the last ball, 6 runs of the over. 85 for 1. Oh, gone! Deceived in the flight. Enough spin, I think. Just dipped on Chandimal, couldn't get to him. And the turn castling him. This is a big blow.
Yeah, the partnership finally broken. Tries to get to the pitch of the ball. Look how this spins onto off stump. Pitch is a good foot outside that off stump, but comes back onto it with a bit of drop as well. It's an attacking line, that wide of off stump delivery. It does for Chandimal. He goes for 33, 89 for 2.
That's his 50. A good hand by Niroshan Dick Weller. He certainly restrained himself. 50 of 65 balls, as he usually does, crosses himself. He's got 750s and 200s. And an important innings in the context of the game and the series for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, it's been a fine knock in the simplest of conditions either.
That looked straight. That looked like it was straightening. He agrees. Ball rifle agrees. Dick Weller not very sure if he's hit it. He would have reviewed already. He wants a feedback from Kusal Mendes.
Yeah, missed the bat, hit the arm. Yes, go to the ball tracking when you're ready, please. Ball waiting the ball tracking. Ball pitching in line, impact in line, and wicket hitting. Stay with your decision out. Wait for the call. You on screen. Go ahead.
Now he got that right.
Dick Weller played nicely, but he hasn't gone on to get 3 figures. It's 102 for 3.
Missed it. Everyone's missed it. The batsman and the keeper. The back foot, yes, given. Would have been so much worse for Sri Lanka if Butler had collected a while ago. There's no review because Niroshan Dick Weller used it up. There we have Kusal Mendes trapped in front.
Coach can only look on, and he'll want to see the replay. Review used up, but back foot didn't have a long way to travel. That looks very close. Umpire had to decide, did it pitch in line? Yes. Was it going to hit the stumps? Yes. England could well have had 3 and 3, a wicket, a mis-stumping, and then another wicket. Sri Lanka are just starting to crumble like the pitch. 102 for 4.
To sharpen up, what's your strength? Well, Dasun Shanaka, he seems to be very clear with what his strength is.
He is, but I think this is the problem, the amount of 2020 cricket, etc. Players have become a little either block or slog.
Shanaka. Very, very clear. Clears the ropes.
Shanaka goes high. Hales is underneath it. Oh, has he parried it over the line? It's gone for 6. I'm sure Shanaka would have had his heart in his mouth when he saw Hales camping underneath it. There was an element of risk because he was hitting against the turn. We're talking about the importance of this pair batting on, and look what happens.
Well, that was a much better line and length, and it was fenced at by Dhananjaya de Silva. Seam up delivery from Tom Curran, which may have just stood up and gone towards the offside as Dhananjaya was backing away, trying to open up an angle on the offside. That's a shame for Sri Lanka because that partnership was going nicely and they were moving in the right direction. 17 for Dhananjaya de Silva, 154 for 5.
Nicely played. 2-4, 2 straight from Ben Stokes. Well, that's a lovely shot. Just a step down and a lovely flourish with the bat.
Everything to like about that.
Well, that was wide and deserved everything it got. Shanaka goes on to a beautiful 50, a well-made 50 as well. Another one of those question marks of Sri Lankan's batsman has been answered.
Outstanding knock. That's his second half-century in ODIs. His first also came here at Ballakele. They came in at the death and hammered a 65 against South Africa. But today he's been even better. Sri Lanka were under pressure. The way he's changed gears through his innings.
All run-out chance, easy throw and should be gone. They're going to have a look at that. Has the dive saved him?
He's gone. He hasn't made it. Just about to talk about his 5 sixes is equal Sanat Jayasuriya's record. He's not going to add to that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that will be given out on the big screen. And that was good work from England, but disappointment for Sri Lanka and their fans. Shanaka was batting beautifully there and could have done some damage at the end. But he's going to have to go. 66, 212 for 6. Picked up and picked up beautifully. Really well all the way. Pereira, the danger man, and he can do some damage in these last few overs. Oh, he's got that, and he's got that nicely. Beautiful swing of the bat. What a little cameo this is from the little man. Picked up nicely. Could be more. It is more. It's 4. Picks it up leg side. Going to come back for 2. They're going to have to come back for 2. Pereira, I reckon he's struggling there. He turned like the QE2 at the non-striker's end. He was running uphill into the wind to try and get in.
Well, I think he hit. And he saw it was the best fielder that England's got on that park. Ben Stokes got a gun of a hand. Sorry, strong arm as well. A wonderful throw just over the stumps. Josh Butler didn't have much to do. Different sort of innings for Thisara Perera comes to an end. Goes for 44. Sri Lanka 268 for 7.
Hit nicely. Will mid-off cut it off? I don't know if he will. He doesn't.
Well played, Akila Dhananjaya. Good hand. Got Sri Lanka over that power score.
50s for Shanaka and Dick Weller. 33 for the skipper Chandimal. Tisara Pereira played and decent and got 44 from 41. Akia Dhananjaya though played a lovely little innings there. 32 from 26. That's a pretty good score.
And this is the England bowling attack. Woke started really well. Not so good for Stone today, but Karan, Moin and Rashid, who bowled really well in that middle overs.
Into the way movement. Four off the bat this time. That's imperious from Jason Roy. What a shot.
That's the first loose ball from Malinga, even though England have scored 12 of the 4 balls. That's Jason Roy at his best, standing tall, punching through the offside.
Beautifully timed from Alex Hales. He hasn't tried to overhit that at all, just lent into it. England moved to 18, Hales to 5. 18 for no loss after 2. Short wide, don't bowl there. That is an absolute gift to someone like Alex Hales, whether he's been batting in the middle in the last few months or not.
That was poor from Lasith Malinga. Just let go of the pressure that both the bowlers have been building all this time.
Like that. Stand and deliver from Jason Roy. Powerfully struck for 4.
Knew something has to give in. Quite a few dot balls, bit of pressure. Ponsu tossing this up. Roy goes with the flow.
Goes again, might go even further. This is wonderful batting. Not using his feet down the pitch. He's so strong he doesn't need to.
Beautiful shot, short wide, punished as well. 50 up for England, coming to canter. Excellent work from the keeper in particular. Just beats the outside edge.
I think they're saying it's bold. I think he feels it's nicked the stumps. That's what Dick Weller is saying, but they'll have to have a closer look at that.
Yeah, you have step cam, please. Yeah, it looks like a foot on the line. Yeah, go to the previous angle, please. Yes. Yeah, I made my decision.
Well, you said it. He's the man, Akila Dhananjaya. Well, it's not nicked the stumps. Niroshan Dick Weller was so quick that he flicked the bails off. Nothing behind the line. So finally, Sri Lanka makes something work for themselves. Blowing themselves back into this game. It's Alex Hales. He walks back. Looked good. Looked pretty good for the few runs that he did make.
That very first ball is a man he won't have seen a lot of. That is sharp work. No give whatsoever in the hands. Just takes the bails off. Alex Hales goes for 12, 52 for 1.
He's just broken the shackles, got a boundary, but what they need is actually wickets. They just can't let England get away with another partnership. The Sri Lankans are very confident, very, very confident. That was a tempted leg break. They might be tempted to refer it. What's happening here? Chandimal just wants that confirmation. Yes, he's gone upstairs.
Yeah, clearly no bat involved. Go for the ball tracking when you're ready, please. London pitching in line, impact in line, and wicket hitting. You need to reverse your decision. Wait for the call. You're on screen. You're on screen.
Great review. Well done, Sri Lanka. That was a tremendous review. I thought Chandimal was a bit reluctant.
Good work from the captain and keeper. And Roy, who played nicely, has gone for 45. England's 76 for 2.
There goes the reverse. Such an effective shot for Morgan. That's a boundary.
I was trying to work out why at one end for the left arm spinner they had a man on the reverse sweep. For Dhananjaya they didn't have a man on the reverse sweep. And Morgan said, sorry, you're not getting away with that. Not to me, I'm too good at that shot. Got a man there at a backward point, and there it is, goes past him. And they've not changed it yet.
Goes over the top. And it's gone all the way for 6. Made it look easy. Even as Rocky explodes here, so does Morgan.
All action on and off the field here. Luckily it didn't put Morgan off.
Pulls it. Precisely where I was talking about. Just a touch short, allows the batsman time on the surface. 8 runs off the over, it's 106 for 2.
Oh dear, oh dear. Sri Lanka needed a piece of luck and they've got it. Oh, he's called it a no ball from square leg. He's called it to be above waist height. And the Sri Lankans can't believe it. I'm not so sure it's going to end up being a free hit as well.
Hang on, he called it before the ball was actually released, so it has to be for where the field was. Too few in the circle, too many out, but it was called before the delivery had reached Joe Root, so it can't be on height.
Yeah, it's certainly not for height. It was around his knee. They really didn't need that. We were talking of a break, a lucky break. They thought they got it.
Pulled away, that's helpful. That will help everything that England are trying to achieve. Morgan very quickly onto that, picked the length brilliantly, 132 for 2. Didn't get his length right, but Morgan, well, in fairness, it wasn't that short. He was just quickly onto it as he picked it so quickly, and the ground staff are poised. The umpires are discussing things in the middle. The wind has sort of dropped a little bit as well. It's not rattling around. They're going, I think they realise it is on the way, and they want to get this ground covered just in case it's a heavy passing shower.
That's where this game is. England winning by 18 runs under the Duckworth-Lewis system. That's because persistent rain hasn't allowed the game to be continued, at which point England made 132 for 2, 18 runs ahead of where they should have been, and they now lead the series 3 matches to 0 with 1 game to go.